Hi again, and welcome back to the Sun Tzu Strategies video blog, where I take concepts from Sun Tzu for Women and my keynotes and workshops and help you apply these into your career and into your business. Today I want to ask you a really important question. It's one of my favorites. Do you play show and tell with your boss? And what does that even mean? Here's what it means. Yesterday, I was talking to a really seasoned colleague of mine, and she was frustrated, and I'm sure she was even hurt, because she found out that her boss really wasn't aware of some really key strengths that she brought to the table. In fact, he told her that she needed to spend some more time and become really proficient on an area where she'd been working extensively and deeply throughout the most recent years of her career. She told me she processed what he said, but she was really unnerved. She said, "He hired me. Shouldn't he know that I'm strong here? Look at the track record I have. I don't understand where there's a disconnect." I'm being vague on the specifics here for obvious reasons, but I want to ask if this scenario, in some way, sounds familiar to you. Are you finding that you have experience and knowledge that has been or is actively being underestimated in your workforce? But this is just the beginning for my friend, because it's a problem for her boss and for your boss and for people you work with to not know where you're strong. But for you to know this and not take corrective action, that is a whole lot worse. I've written about this in the past. I talk about it. And the idea is you've got to stand up and you have to take ownership of your wins. For me, personally, in addition to keynote speaking and workshops, I'm a marketing and communications consultant. A lot of my interaction with my clients, it's via phone calls and conference calls. I'm not a regular fixture in their office. But nonetheless, I want them to take my recommendations. I want them to do what I'm advising them to do because I know it's going to drive success for them. But that requires a very significant measure of trust. So that's why I routinely have to give them and do give them reminders of my expertise. Now listen, this does not have to come off as arrogant or insecure, and I have some women tell me that they're afraid that if they do it, it will sound insecure or arrogant. In fact, here's one of my favorite mistakes that I hear. Myths like this. Well, I believe in letting my work speak for itself. Let me tell you something. I believe in unicorns before I believe in that. All right, yes, your work has to be outstanding. Agreed. But remember, people have really short memories, really short attention spans. It's because I work in marketing, I'm really aware of this. You need to keep your message in front of people. When I'm trying to get buy-in on an idea or a marketing strategy or a PR approach, I'll reference something similar or something related I did in the past. And I'll remind the client of why this makes sense for them. So I don't let my work speak for itself. I advocate for it. I sell it. I believe in it. That comes through, and the people I work with believe in me. They take the suggestions and recommendations I make, they put them in place, and they're able to generate revenue and build results. That's the idea. So let me ask you, what have you done for them lately? And let me ask you a more important question. Have you told them? Have you showed them? It's like I told my colleague, the onus is on her. The onus is on you to ensure that the people you work with, the people you work for, know how good you are. She has to go back to her boss. She has to tell him she's strong in that area. She has to give him data points and back it up. If there's something in that aspect of her performance, something somewhere that's falling short, she needs to know where it is. She needs to work through it. Very often, the problem is in perception. And that's easy to correct, but only if you're proactive and step out there and do it. We all need to artfully and meaningfully remind our bosses, our clients, our peers of all that we can do. People forget. Attention spans are shorter than ever. What have you done for me lately, they wonder? You can't resign yourself to demonstrate how good you are. I've seen and heard from too many women that this creates frustration and it just doesn't work. Instead, you've got to show them and you've got to tell them. So let me ask you again. How will you play show and tell with your boss today?